just start off, how would you assess how the offense looked last week?
I think the offense made progress on where we've been with certain things, but certainly the good news is there's a lot of room for improvement. The operation and some of the penalties, those are clear things that we need to improve and we'll work on improving every day in practice, meetings, walkthrough, etc. But I was pleased with the effort from the guys, the way they attacked the game and approached the game plan, their preparation.
And specifically Trevor, just what did you see from him? I know maybe his third quarter wasn't as good, but just overall, just what did you see from Trevor?
Very similar to the other guys in the offense as a whole. The preparation was greatly appreciated. I think he felt that, I think we felt that with his mastery of the game plan, what we were trying to do with each play and each concept. Now the final product wasn't always perfect or exactly what we were going for, but he managed a lot of those situations at a high level.
Hey Grant, going back to last year at Tampa, we had a lot of opening drive success in the field goal this week. During the week, what do you like about his process for that opening 15 to 20 plays?
One of the great things about the process is that the preparation evolves throughout the week. It's not a game plan that's put in on Monday evening, Monday morning, Tuesday morning, and it's set in stone, and that's what we're going with. He's very adaptive, flexible, so we are constantly trying to iterate and find the best path to success, whether it's the first drive or the last drive, all the way through up the kickoff, essentially, when you're trying to create that preparation. So it's great to see that process and see the fruits of it pan out.
What makes ETN so valuable to this offense?
I think one of the things that you probably saw this past weekend was his ability, pass game, run game, screen game, that flexibility and versatility, shows up. And that's, like the other guys, a testament to his preparation. Some of the situations that he might not have been in on or might not have excelled at previous times or earlier in training camp or in the spring, he's worked at and improved and been able to do that at a high level.
Was there a specific moment, either in training camp or in the spring, where he kind of flipped the switch and you could see he was kind of picking it up a little bit more?
I wouldn't necessarily say flip the switch. It's a process that builds over time, so you see him stack days on top of each other. It's never a straight line, that progress, but over time you see bits and pieces here and there, and ultimately you get to the spot you're at now.
What about Tootin and Allen? What are the best parts of their game?
I think for Tootin, you see the athleticism, the explosiveness, the ball carrier ability, vision, all of those things that will only continue to get better as he becomes more comfortable with our run scheme. He's also another guy that's improved in the pass game, whether it's routes or protection, doing things that he hasn't been asked to do before. So his progression in that mentally and physically has been awesome to see. LeQuint, you love the physicality, the protection, the route ability out of the backfield, and then same thing for him in the run game, getting some opportunities to run different run concepts and schemes where maybe he didn't get a bunch of reps that the other guys got during training camp, but as he's gotten those reps, he's gotten better and better.
LeQuint, most of the conversation around him, like you mentioned, is kind of as a pass protector, but he can offer some stuff in the running game, like you just said, right?
Absolutely, and I think you saw that whether it's run after the catch or when he does get an opportunity to run the ball, he's been able to make plays. Now the opportunities on Sunday were a little limited, but in preseason and in training camp, you guys see it out there at the practices, he's made plays when he has the opportunity.
And then Brian, 7 targets, able to get 1 catch. Is that something you guys just have to go back to the drawing board on, or is it something maybe a one-off?
I don't know that it would be necessarily go back to the drawing board or one-off. I think you always evaluate the game plan and see, did we utilize his skill set and his talents to the best of our ability, and then how does that fit with the offense in total or the team's approach to winning the game. That's the way it panned out with that, and of course the touchdown form as well, running the ball. But we're always going to try to find the best ways to get guys the ball and use their talents, whether that is pass game, run game, and when we don't achieve that, it might not be because of the numbers, it might be because of just the way the game played out, but we're always going to evaluate and look and see what's the best way to use those guys.
Travis Hunter's got 1 game under his belt. How do you think he did in his first action?
It was exciting to see him out there, crazy to see offense and go back out there and play defense, but I was fired up for him. He's a guy that plays with a lot of passion, so it's cool to see him get that opportunity to go out there and do it for real on Sunday. I think he attacked the game plan, the preparation, all of that with great tenacity. It's a lot to manage, not just as a rookie. You could be a 10-year vet, and that's a lot to manage going into a season opener, trying to learn a new system on offense, a new system on defense, totally new operation from the way the game goes, different TV timeouts for college compared to NFL, different rules, all that stuff. So it was a lot of fun to see him attack it. I think he's another guy that did well, but has room to improve like the rest of us do, coaches, players included, and he'll continue to get better and better because of the way he works.
Grant, going forward on 4th and 1 on the opening drive is attacking, it's aggressive, it's what Liam said he was going to be. Do you share that? Did you bring that same mentality to the offensive staff that he assembled, come with that predisposition to being aggressive, or are you guys having to learn how Liam wants to attack?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think we're all learning a little bit from each other. So how much of it is predisposition or how much of it is something that's just innate to all of us? I don't know exactly where we lie, but it's probably somewhere in the middle of that. But we're certainly influenced by Liam, and I'm sure we have our influences on him or the unit as a whole. But it's great to see his approach and the benefits of that pay off, for sure.
That first drive, what did it say to you about the offense getting points despite, you know, the penalties, getting in some of those 2nd and 3rd long situations?
It kind of goes back to what I said earlier about we have a lot of things to improve, but the good news is we have a lot of room for improvement. The ability for guys to handle that adversity, even though it was self-inflicted, and overcome it is encouraging, because we can be in 2nd and long situations and overcome that and still get first downs, move the chains, and get points. Of course, we would like to stay out of those situations if possible. So it's great to see those guys attack it, move on, that one play at a time mindset, but we're going to do everything we can to stay out of those situations moving forward.
And going against an offense like the Bengals that you know can light up the scoreboard, put extra pressure on your offense to make sure that you score touchdowns.
The beautiful thing is we can only control what we can control, so we're preaching to our guys, whether it's this week, last week, every week, to go out there and control those things, stick to our process. We're out there focused on us. We have trust in our defense, trust in the special teams, trust in those guys out there on all the units. And when we're out there on offense, we're taking it one play at a time and just controlling what we can do.
What's the challenge with the Bengals defense?
There's a lot of challenges. I think you look at the personnel and the players, whether it's really all 3 levels have guys that can challenge you in different ways with matchups. Rush, run game, different pressure packages, different fronts that they can bring, and some of the coverage scheme that they're playing presents things that are unique and different than what we played against last week. So we'll try to have adjustments or change game plans, but ultimately we'll see the best way to attack that for each individual player, and then as an offensive unit as a whole.
How big of a challenge is Trey Hendrickson?
Oh, certainly a big challenge, and those numbers speak for himself. He's a phenomenal player that production isn't by accident by any stretch of the imagination. I think it's going to take a team effort for those guys and the offensive line to buy into the protection plan, the run game plan, to try to handle him and really all the guys up front and the myriad of issues that they kind of pose.
How good was that first week for the offensive line group?
It was great to see those guys playing together. That's another group I talked about last week, the cohesiveness of that unit as they start to come together. So it was really cool to see them come together, play together for an entire game, a little different than preseason with a week of preparation, and then to have that result running the ball. Now, the numbers tell a great story, but they don't tell the whole story. So just like everybody else, we all have room for improvement. I hope that we'll continue working and we'll keep getting better. But it was great to see us be able to run the ball and those guys, come up big in protection and the run game at certain spots in that game.
That's great.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.